the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone tuning in. My name is Brother Julian Sistoso from the local congregation of Anaheim, and today is currently Saturday, March 2nd. The time is 9 in the morning, and the weather, it's pretty cold today. It's about 64 degrees, and there's a little bit of rain here in Orange County. So wherever you are, stay warm or stay cool, stay hydrated as well. So our topic for today is spring into fashion. And we have a couple of interesting segments for the rest of the day. Some ways to tune in. Of course, we have INCradio.org and, of course, INCradio DZEM 954 on YouTube. So a little bit of an intro for our program for today. Of course, we want to read as many comments, shout-outs, and greetings all throughout our show. Quick shout-out to Brother Ron de Mesa, always tuning in, showing support from the local congregation of Riverside. And then, of course, for our on-air activity, we have Fashion Show and Tell with some amazing guests and hosts from the local congregation of Anaheim, followed by our main discussion, Springing into Fashion. So I'll go ahead and pass it over to our hosts for the rest of the show, Brother Andrew and Sister Jaden.
All right, welcome. Hello, Brother Andrew. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Brother Andrew Tedros here. We are live from the local congregation of Anaheim, and we also have a few very special guests with us today who has a lot to say and are, I consider them as experts because I don't have much of it myself. So why don't we start with Brother David? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Thank you, brother. My name is Brother David Perez. I'm proud to be a member and also proud to be a member of the local of Anaheim.
Yes. And then we also have...
Hi, everyone. I'm Sister Mygel. I'm also from the local of Anaheim.
So a lot of Anaheim today. So
and I'll be your other host for today.
Yes.
I'm Sister Jaden Carlos from the local of Anaheim as well. So we have the Anaheim Powerhouse today.
Yes.
So we're going to start off with our first segment, our on-air activity, Fashion Show and Tell. So we're actually going to be presenting a slide presentation for all of our viewers to see, a couple of outfits put together by our very own Sister Mygel and Brother David, and they're just going to talk about their outfits. So if our Kuya Tech could please share that slide right now. Perfect. Spring into fashion. All right, we're going to start off with the first slide.
While we wait for the first... Oh, there you go. So this is our first slide. I think this is Sister Mygel, right?
I don't think that looks like Brother David. So.
Those are great outfits, though.
All right. So Sister Mygel, if you could please start us off and tell us a bit about each of these outfits first, maybe a short little summary.
All right. So for the first one at the very far left, that's me in our, I believe it's the year-end Thanksgiving of last year. There I'm wearing, of course, 2 layers, different textures, and I wanted to go for a sweet look. Just for a short summary. And the second one is me when I hung out with Sister Jaden.
Yes, I remember this outfit, so iconic.
Yes.
We were wearing matching scarves.
Yes. See, scarves were the moment in that time. And then the next one is also me at another, I believe it's another year-end Thanksgiving? Another Thanksgiving with Sister Amiley there. And the last one is also another hangout with Sister Jaden herself.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, she's always inspiring me to better my fashion. So definitely love hanging out with Sister Mygel. I just wanted to mention, I noticed you use the words textures and layers.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit more about those for those who don't know what textures and layers mean?
Yeah, so when I refer to textures, I mean like the material of each piece that I'm wearing. I like to make sure that they kind of contrast in a way. So you can see that in the first one, in the dark red and black one. That dark red shirt is actually like a velvety type of material, and then the overlay dress is kind of linen, cotton. So it's like, that heavy velvet under the light cotton, it,
Balances out.
yeah, exactly.
Love that.
Yeah, and if I know it's a pretty small picture, but there are details in the dress. There are ties here, like little ribbons
On the
and,
shoulders.
yeah, on the shoulders. And I actually thrifted that dress, and that shirt is a hand-me-down. So that's what I love to do. Work with what I have and what I can afford.
Oh yeah, very smart. And I know a lot of people these days love thrifting. Oh, and just a small disclaimer, we just want to make sure that all of our viewers know we are not sponsored by any brands that may happen to come up in our discussion, because we are discussing fashion. So of course, maybe as an example, we'll be using a few names, but we are not promoting any of these brands. Thank you so much. And so I also wanted to ask you, Sister Maijel, what was the fashion inspo? Like, what is your inspiration behind each of your outfits?
Honestly, when it comes to my outfits, I like to think on the fly. I always try to look on the internet, search up a couple keywords like, Y2K or something like that, just to get get thoughts going. But for the actual pieces, it's really just maybe 30 minutes before I have to go out. That's when the inspiration hits. Yeah, and for example, that last one on the very right definitely has like layers and stuff. And also, to keep warm during this cold spring, I recommend wearing light thermal layers.
Thanks for the tips, Sister Maijel.
Wow. Wait, can I ask really quick?
Yeah.
I don't know what Y2K is.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
for like year 2000. It's a mix of the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I am being so enlightened right now. At all, you're speaking about like textures and layering, and I'm like, whoa, and contrast, and I'm like, wait, I've never thought of that before. But yeah, do you have any other questions, Sister Jaden?
Well,
or-
just one last question. Out of these 4 outfits on the slide as we see, which one would you say is your very favorite?
My very favorite, definitely the second one with the white scarf. I really love like the contrast between the scarf and like the square neckline, and also that's my favorite skirt. You can find it in multiple posts on my Instagram.
Is that a little promo for yourself, sister? I'm just kidding. All right, so if we could please move on to the next slide for Brother David's outfits. And then Brother Andrew, if you could please lead us in our questions for that one as
Yeah.
well.
So, Brother David, it's our turn now. It's the boys' turn. We have a different area of expertise. Do you want to just kind of explain the pictures that you've submitted with us so far?
Sure, brother. Thank you. So I'm gonna start out with the suits. I think
Yes.
it's a good icebreaker.
Mhm.
All right, so
Yeah.
I take also inspiration from Brother Julian Sistoso. So first, I'll start with the suit all the way on the right. My favorite color is gray, and different like shades of gray, like dark. I'm wearing a gray suit at the moment,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
it's one of my favorite colors, and I'm very proud of that outfit because I got that suit on sale.
Yes.
Always a reason to celebrate when you look good and it's good on your wallet.
Exactly, being frugal is the thing. It's
Mhm.
very important. So it was a deep sale, and then I got lucky with a tailor, like in LA, to make it fit my body properly. And of course, that was I think when I first moved into Anaheim.
Mhm.
I came from LA. That was the year-end Thanksgiving of last year.
Yes.
Yeah, the anniversary Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Yes.
anniversary Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says it on the on the banner right there. Anniversary Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then did you want to explain the other pictures as well?
Of course, but and then the next one is the next suit fit also next to the OCC logo or the sign. That was the last Kadiwa format, which OCC Kadiwa, District Kadiwa did an amazing job on.
Yes.
So that's more of like a plain suit, like a charcoal suit that you would use to perform. I kind of wanted to go timeless and classic on that and pop off with a little bit of color with a necktie.
Oh yeah.
And accessorize a little bit. I learned that from Brother Julian as well.
And what about those 2 casual fits?
Oh, for sure. I love, so my style, I would say it ranges from like workwear or like grunge. So me, I'm pretty simple. Like I like to start off with a white t-shirt. I start out with my outfits with a white t-shirt and then whatever pants color that would go with that. And kind of like to like embellished with jackets.
Mm.
So
Okay.
like on the first one on the left, it's like outside of a coffee shop. It's like a khaki work jacket. It's like a Dickies jacket that I thrifted, and then like a snapback or a fitted, just to accessorize a little bit. And then the one next to the gray suit, it's probably one of my favorite outfits as well. It's layering, so it's a white T-shirt, a gray hoodie, and also like a black leather jacket that I thrifted as well. And I think I was in Urban Outfitters because I like that store and they have good sales. Not sponsored though. Yeah.
And then there he mentioned the word layering again. So I see our two fashion gurus. They love their layering.
Yeah.
And then out of all of these outfits, Brother David, which one is your favorite?
My favorite one. Can I say two favorites?
Sure, of course.
You can do anything you want.
For sure.
If I dressed as well as you, all of my outfits would be my favorite.
Yeah, you got away with words, sister. I'd probably say the gray suit and also the leather jacket casual outfit.
All right.
Those are my favorites too.
And I know you mentioned this one term, and I similar to Sister Majel, I didn't know what Y2K was. What does grunge mean?
Grunge is it's like a blanket term, but I think in terms of like clothing, it would refer to like maybe like wearing band tees or like having a T-shirt that's cropped, like you cut a T-shirt like a DIY style, and then there's like a hem that's raw. So it's kind of like rock star-ish.
Okay.
And like leather jackets, that's why I also mentioned that has like a grunge aesthetic to it.
And then Brother Andrew, before you ask, DIY is do it yourself.
Yes. Hopefully I know about that one. Thank you so much.
I believe we have one more slide on this presentation. We'll go over it very quickly. I think it's just a few more outfits submitted by some of the brethren in our very own district. While we wait for that to load, there we go. And I love how most of these are from special church events. You see, we have the local congregation of Irvine with their, I believe that anniversary, is that anniversary or year-end Thanksgiving? It's one
I'm
of
not
those.
the right person to
I
ask.
cannot see it. It is too small. But
Yes.
there we have it, in our very own district office. And then I see a few more of our Irvine sisters, Sister Alyssa Castellanos, Sister Ria Vicente right there, Sister Ella Luna. And then we have some more pictures, one right here in our very own office. There's Brother Andrew right there.
No. I'm not a good representative. I didn't know what.
And there's
Y2K is.
Brother Julian as well, Sister Celine Barrientos, Brother Lionel Arnell. We have all of our INCRadio representing right there. And then on the very left, I believe, is that Binhi Recognition Day.
Yes, last year.
Very nice. Everyone looks dapper.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And now we'll be moving on to, unless anything else has anything else to mention, we'll be moving on to our main discussion, right? But before we do so, we do want to give a few shout outs to the ministers and family who are tuning with us to our live broadcast here today. We do want to give a special shout out to Ka Hansel and Ka Melody de Jos, Ka Ron and Ka Lauren de Mesa, Ka Andy and Ka Amy, and Ka Jo Velasquez. Thank you so much for tuning in. We also have a few shout outs we also have a few comments from brethren all around the world. So we have here Brother Jan. Greetings from South Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank you, Brother at Ron de Mesa, for always sharing the link to our show. So thank you, Brother Ron. Thank you, Karan, for always sharing the link. Let's see who else. Sister Noenya, happy watching to all. Po, continue to support all Iglesianicristo programs. Po, greetings from INCRadio Caribbean. So if you have time before this broadcast, Caribbean is always before us. So who else we have here? Ka Andy, shout out to our great hosts of OCC, INCRadio broadcast, and to our entire INCRadio team. All right, Sister Jaden, did you want to start us off in our main discussion?
Yeah, of course. And thank you so much again for all those shout outs to our viewers. And then one thing I do want to mention before we get into it is looking over at the camera right here, seeing ourselves. Look at our color palette. Very spring. I feel like we all look very cohesive. So maybe that's a word we can cover in our discussion.
What does that mean again?
Cohesive is like very
I was just kidding.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Okay. We need a list of things that Brother Andrew really does
Yes,
know.
I'm taking notes. Don't worry. I'm taking notes.
I'll take notes for you.
Thank you. Share me
All
the notes after class.
All right, we're about to get schooled in fashion right now. So we're going to start with that main discussion, springing into fashion. So I'm going to first ask Sister Majel, what are some essential pieces of clothing for a good outfit?
For a good outfit, honestly, I would say what makes a good outfit is that you're comfortable. So I like to
Yes.
emphasize on wearing comfortable things. You
Mhm.
know, like I said, thermal shirts. You know, if it's just too cold out, but you really want to wear something, there's always something like something really thin that'll keep you warm. And you can always layer it with other things that you want to wear. But another thing that's essential to a good outfit is like a key piece that you really like. When you wear a good outfit, you want to like it yourself. You don't want to please other people. You want to do it your style,
Yeah.
Mhm.
You want to be happy.
Even if that means wearing sweats every day for me. Hey, that's what's comfortable. And thank you so much for that answer. What about you, Brother David? What do you think would be an essential piece for a good outfit?
Essential pieces definitely basics. Like for guys, I think white t-shirts, like neutral colored t-shirts, and then like a good pair of like chinos, for church, and also like denim, like dark denim. So you have like a lot of choices where if you want to dress for church or also dress for casual wear or when you're going to work or when you're at the office.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm learning a lot about these things. And you kind of said key, pieces. What are some of those key pieces for you, I guess? That ones that you always kind of go back
Like
to.
statement pieces, maybe.
Yeah.
Statement pieces. Well, for sure, I think I love to accessorize. I know guys
Yeah.
don't really accessorize as much as sisters, but I think it's a great thing. Like, so rings, I try to wear rings from time to time, also necklaces,
Mhm.
watches. It's very practical, and it's also
Yeah,
adds
we're,
to
Yeah.
we're both
Exactly.
rocking a few
Definitely
watches,
agree.
Exactly.
And then Sister Mijel and I with our necklaces.
Yes.
It's very small and delicate sometimes, but it actually does make a difference. I remember when I first saw Brother David when he first joined us in Anaheim. I recall like noticing how he was able to accessorize his outfits, and I was like, dang, he can dress.
Thank you,
Like,
sister.
I feel like
Yeah.
like even your signature pearl necklace or your thick glasses, definitely great accessory pieces for making your outfits.
And as usual, we get, I'm sure Brother David already said this, but we get that inspiration from Brother Julian.
Yeah.
But in a serious note, where do you get your inspiration from?
I try to keep up. I consider fashion as like one of my hobbies, and it's hard to keep up sometimes because of social media. But I try to look at Pinterest, sometimes Instagram Reels. Like there's a lot of really cool influencers that really give practical advice, and it also allows you to save money as well.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
feel like fashion is something that's constantly changing.
Absolutely.
There's always different trends, different things that are actually like totally different. Some people like to
Yeah.
dress different on purpose, and that's a great thing. I feel like everyone who has their own unique sense of style is able to enjoy fashion. So, Sister Mijel, I'm going to ask you another question. What is your favorite style or aesthetic when it comes to clothing? So I know we mentioned Y2K already. So could you name like a few of your favorites?
Two of my favorites. That's going to be really difficult because honestly, it's just bounces around like what I like every day. It really does change. Honestly, if you see me every day, I'm probably in a different aesthetic every day. I like a whole range of aesthetics, just as long as what I like. So yeah, I wouldn't say I really have a specific aesthetic that I'm into. So
All right.
Maybe
So
that'll be more for
we love a
David.
wild card over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
What about you, Brother David?
I'd say for an aesthetic, I'd say my style is I'm like a chameleon, but I can kind of like blend in,
Mealy.
and
Man, I'm
I
learning.
kind of a chameleon's like an animal.
Yes.
But I like workwear, so that's like work jackets, like Dickies work jackets and cargo pants. Sometimes I'll like if I have to go to the office, I dress like slacks, make sure they're hemmed properly. And sometimes if I just want to go out on a lazy day for coffee, I just wear sweats, some Birkenstocks, and like a nice flannel. So and then accessorize with glasses or sunglasses or like hats and beanies. And I think like it's impossible to try to get all the aesthetics. There's like so many beautiful and like nice ones to look inspiration from. But I think it's key to also know what you like. So
Right.
like you can like level down on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I feel like Sister Mijel and we're having a conversation before the broadcast. You said you mentioned hats, I believe. So we were talking about how hairstyles and even makeup
Yeah.
can really influence the outfit as well.
Yes, that's very, very true. I would say that hairstyle really depends. Well, it doesn't really depend on it, but to make your outfit, be more cohesive, as you said, make sure that your hairstyle, as sisters, it kind of goes with the neckline that you're wearing. Like, for example, if you're wearing a turtleneck, you kind of want to put your hair up, show off that turtleneck, because if your hair's just down, is it really a turtleneck? You can't see it. Especially if you have long hair. Or if it's like a, how do you say that? Like a wide neckline, you kind of want to do maybe a half up, show off the neckline, and yeah, it can really amplify like your piece, no matter how simple it is. Throw on a pair of earrings. Actually, the earrings matter. If you're showing your ears, if it's like half up and your top is simple, you might want to go for a pair of dangling earrings, something to break the simplicity.
Definitely. Oh my gosh. I'm taking so much inspiration from you right now.
I never knew like this much existed.
No, I mean,
in the world
seriously,
of
like
fashion.
she's bringing up necklines. Fashion is a bunch of shapes if you're thinking about it. Like pieces are shaped in a certain way to fit your body, and it can definitely affect how it looks. And then there's like a lot of symmetry involved as well. Are we all aware of symmetry?
I hope so. It's like a math term, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
math. So you're telling me that by investing in fashion, we're investing in math as well.
I want to ask this next question because I think I kind of need this. So this next question is, what are some tips that you have for anyone? But I'm really just asking for myself. Just kidding. What are some tips that you have for anyone hoping to improve in their fashion?
For sure. So I'd say you can start with a lot of things, but I think getting the foundations down. I think for guys it's a little bit more predictable. So color theory. Also starting with basics like t-shirts. Like if you want to go to church, you also want to go to work or go to school. You have to kind of invest in some good pieces like chinos, like jeans and t-shirts. And then after that, look into inspiration from like Pinterest or also even your friends, even like people watching, like going to coffee shops. Like if you see something that looks nice, I think looking into inspiration from people is a great thing. And just have fun with it. If it makes you happy, if it's your body well, and you're happy with what you wear, I think that's key. Because I think a great key about fashion is if you feel good and you look good, then you also perform well in whatever you do in life.
That's so true.
And I
need to take note.
Yeah. Now you have your inspiration right here.
I know. Thank you, Brother David. Thank you for being our guest. How about you, Sister Nigel? What was it? What are some tips that you have? What was the question? Yes. What are the tips that you have for people who would want to improve their fashion?
Honestly, I would definitely go with what Brother David said. Whatever you're happy with, whatever you're comfortable in, because it would kind of be sad and like you're wearing something that's really cool, really popular, really in, but when you're not comfortable, when you actually don't really like it, is it really a good outfit? So just I always like to emphasize on like what makes you happy, because that way I believe you can find your own style, but you can always use the internet for aid, like just what you said, Pinterest. I live on Pinterest.
It's so helpful. So helpful.
Yeah, I mean, like you look for the things you like, you make your own mood board, and then like it'll probably give you an algorithm of like outfits that you might like, and you might actually like them.
Yeah. And I feel like this is an important thing. Like you said, comfort is very, very important. So there's this term I saw before, or not term, phrase. The dress doesn't wear you, sisters. You wear the dress. So make sure that you are comfortable and happy with what you're wearing.
Is there a boy version to that? Is there like the suit doesn't wear the suit doesn't wear us? Wait.
You wear the suit.
Yeah.
You wear the suit, brothers.
You wear the
Good one.
suit. Yes.
That's a good one.
Before we move on, I do want to give a quick shout out to some of the comments here today. I know there's a lot of passionable people in our chat, so I do want to shout them out. Brother Kobe from Montclair says comfort, and then greater than signs all after that. So hashtag Montclair as well. Sister Lynn is watching from Spain. She says hola, watching from Spain, and I think I know what hola means. What else? Sister Ophelia says shout out from #Victorville and says hello to her son, Brother Joshua, who is here with us today. He is out directing for our
Thank you,
broadcast.
Brother Josh.
And then Brother Matthew Macadang from Riverside says Caron is the most fashionable person. Sorry, Caron is the most fashionable person I know! Exclamation mark. Always dressed in a suit. So, I think that's a pointer for us brothers.
Yes.
Wear a suit.
Yes.
Do you have any other questions, Jaden, Sister Jaden, that you wanted to ask our guests? I think we still have a few more
We
minutes.
have time
Maybe
for one more
more
question. Yeah. So how do you express yourself through your style?
How do I express myself through my style? Oh,
Oh, Brother David,
Keep
if
that
you
in
want to
thought.
jump in too, do you
Okay.
have like a certain way that you express your way through style?
I think it kind of alludes back to what Sir Michael said about statement pieces. Like how I dress usually is like very plain basics, but then I like to embellish or like kind of stand out with like a key piece, maybe like a jacket, like a thrifted jacket,
I love
like
jackets.
like a Letterman jacket. Yeah, colorful jackets and like a hat and accessorizing. And I think that when I feel good about myself and I walk out the door, it really improves my day and allows me to act accordingly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I feel like appearances really match you as a person too, because I feel like you look very clean all the time at church. So I feel like, it makes me think that you're someone of like a strong, healthy faith because you project yourself in a way that makes you look so nice at church. That's something that I noticed.
Thank you, sister.
Of course. And then
Yes,
Sister
yes.
Margel, if you're ready to answer this question.
Once again, I'm agreeing with you, David. Statement pieces, most definitely. I don't know why, but a lot of my statement pieces are a little wacky. So I like to, just work around the piece. I like to make sure that it's seen, but make an outfit with it. Make an outfit that puts it on a pedestal, maybe.
Yes.
It's great words.
Yes. And unfortunately, unfortunately for me, class is almost to a close.
Almost
because of-
dismissed.
Class is almost dismissed. Fashion class is almost dismissed. Brother David, do you have any shout outs that you want to give?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'll try to make this quick. So shout out to my mom, my dad in Los Angeles County. I miss you guys. I love you guys. And also my two ates, Burbank and San Diego. I also love y'all too. Also, showing some love for NorCal friends. So Clea Julian and Ate Eliza from Sacramento, and of course Ka Rudy Ilaga, and in the new district of Central Valley.
How about you, Sister Michael? Any shout outs that you want to give?
Of course, shout out to the rest of Anaheim.
Ooh,
That's not here
Anaheim.
with us. Shout out to the local of Irvine. I love you guys. And all the Puntalons watching, I know my dad sent you all the links.
How about you, Sister Jaden? Do you have any shout outs that you want to give as well?
Shout out to my parents, Brother Jay and Sister Narissa Carlos, and my Brother Brendan Carlos. I hope you're all tuning in.
And it was just your dad's birthday.
Yes, it was.
So
Yes,
happy
we just
birthday.
celebrated my dad's birthday as well as Brother Vince Hamias and Sister Ashley Mariano. Ooh, our triplets. And what about you, Brother Andrew?
I do want to give a shout out and a very special thanks to our brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister, our brother Angelo Aranio Manalo, our CFO coordinator, brother Arnel Solano, our station manager, brother Hansel De Jos, our district minister here in Orange County, California, brother Andy Nicolas, our district CFO overseer, and of course, brother Emmanuel Andaya, our executive producer. Please, always tune in this time, 10 a.m. next week because of Pacific Daylight Time. So I'll pass it now on to INCRadio San Diego.